Are you ready for pain? Are you ready for suffering? If the answer is yes, then you're ready.
Do people that are anti-neo-pronouns, even the ones who are anti-neo-pronoun but are still in the LGBTQ plus community or even the trans community, do they realize that they're using the exact same goddamn transphobic argument that transphobic cis people will use? Do they realize that or no? Seriously, because I'm not gonna call you ghost self because that's ridiculous. It's the same thing as saying I'm not gonna call you a they them because that's ridiculous, or I'm not gonna call you a she her because you were born a boy and that's ridiculous. It's the same fucking argument. It's a turf argument. And you fall for it every single goddamn time it's brought up. Even if it was from 4chan, who gives a shit? Who gives a shit if it was from 4chan and was created as a way to mock trans people? Okay? The T-slur was created to mock trans people and be derogatory. We reclaim that shit, why can't we do the same? No one uses racist self or similar pronouns to that. So stop bringing it up in your argument, because congrats, you fell for a troll account!
That's good.
Just a toy puppy. Puppy. Stop. Baby, that's a cat little. It's cat little. That's not a toy.
Yes, exactly. I am the oppressor. I am racist.
This might possibly be the worst case of white guilt that I have ever witnessed, because how can you label you and everyone like you as racist and oppressive, not because they've been racist or oppressed anyone in any form, way, or fashion, but simply because they are white and live in America? You, my friend, are in a state of mind that is referred to as down bad and you need some help.
If you're seeing this, you've reached Classical Music is Racist TikTok. The fact that classical music, which is really the music of 18th century Western European cis straight white male composers, is valued as the highest form of art music in America, is an example of white supremacy. Those who go to college to study music will spend countless hours studying music theory, Western music history, and more, and most schools only have one class requirement or no class requirements for world music. This means that educators are woefully unprepared to meet the standards of understanding global interdisciplinary and 21st century connections with music. Task forces like this one are arguing that the music major needs to be changed to be more all-encompassing and actively anti-racist. But in the meantime, those who are music educators have to struggle and wrestle with the question, how can I be actively anti-racist in teaching music in a system that values white supremacy? Follow me to find out.
Alright everybody, we have a week left until Pride Month is over. If you are a straight person, you have not Venmo'd your token gay friend $5, you're a bad ally. I don't make the rules, but I sure as hell enforce them.
Straight hair, straight A's, straightforward, straight girl. Little Miss Perfect, that's me.
Aw, did I say any pronoun? I meant every pronoun. Give it here. Even yours, yes. Come on, rub me that shit. I'm greedy, bitch. Every pronoun. Give it to me here, right now.
Hey, sweetie. White privilege has little to do with financial reasons. White privilege is the fact that you went into that store and nobody was staring you down thinking that you were gonna steal anything. You know, you had no problem. You went in, got your stuff, and got out. While my black friends or my black boyfriend goes to the store and gets stared down. Yeah, that's what white privilege is, sweetie. The fact that you have the privilege to not understand what white privilege is. But I think you know what white privilege is. I think that you just don't want to try to understand. But you know deep inside.
Let's talk about the toxic masculinity being perpetuated in comments like this. Well, his pee-pee so small. Oh, mon petit. And what if it is? What if it is? What if we are working with itty bitty teeny weeny? And the people leaving comments like this, have you looked at yourself? I'm not sleeping with you anyways.
There's a phenomenon in publishing where an inordinate percentage of books that are published have the word girl in the title. But almost exclusively when the word girl is used in the title, it's not referring to an actual child or adolescent girl, but actually a grown woman. And this is fascinating because there's no equivalent for boy. So I want to explain what it would sound like how ridiculous it would sound if we actually used boy in the title of some of these books. So here we go. Boy with the dragon tattoo, Gone Boy, The Boys, Boy on the Train, Boy in the Window. I think there's two reasons for this. One of them is that there are two standards of male beauty in our patriarchal society, the boy and the man. Both can be alluring and attractive and interesting, but for women, there's just the girl. In order for a character to seem sexy and intriguing, she needs to be a girl. The other is super creepy, and it's that vulnerability in female sells and empowerment doesn't.
Sweetheart, you can't just claim Italian, German, Greek, and whatever the fuck else you just pulled off of Google image search to be your own culture. You're a white American. We as white Americans don't have any culture because we have created nothing. The only thing that white Americans have created is racial injustice in the American system. Oh wait, we didn't even create the American system. We stole that from the French. We can't even claim country music. That stems off of jazz and blues, created by black people. But it is okay, my fellow Peckerwoods. We are allowed to live amongst other races and not have any culture ourselves. Just stop doing white people shit like this. This ain't it.
Bring back manly men.
Welcome to my baking show. Once again, I have been shadow banned for speaking up for human rights. TikTok has finally helped me come to my senses to realize that as a woman, I should be seen and not heard. So congratulations, TikTok. You have put me back into the kitchen where I belong. No more speaking out against injustice for me. Oh, what was that? My pie is ready. Oh my, how did that get there? I must have put one too many tablespoons of mediocre men's tears in here. Maybe a dash too many of the souls of homophobes and racists. Well, TikTok, I'm off to eat this pie like I ate your girlfriend's pussy last night. So long.
He gon' go dummy for me, ayy. He ain't that cute, but he could dress. He'll up and take for me, ayy.
France doesn't get to colonize half the known fucking world. Insist everybody use their culinary traditions, otherwise they're barbarians, and then bitch about people using the terminology. How about you go fuck yourself? Are you for real? This is some mayonnaise bullshit. That's coming from me.
But black people can't be racist. Racism is power-based. Black racism is name-calling. That's it. Outside of name-calling, show me some type of black racism. See, people try to compare name-calling to a system that will gentrify you, mass incarcerate you, murder you, medically incarcerate you. And there's no comparison. It's a false equivalency.
I was having a conversation with somebody. I told them that black people can't be racist because 9 times out of 10, if a black person does hate a white person, it's based off what white supremacy has done to black people.
And if a black person hates a white person, there's a system that's going to protect that white person anyway. Because again, black racism and white racism, two different things. White racism is okay, you can't live in that neighborhood. White racism is you can't go to this neighborhood, you can't get that job, you're going to go to jail with all the other people who look like you. Black racism is, hey, this black guy called me a cracker at Starbucks. All right? It's a false equivalency.
You flash a camera, we'll pay you $100. No. Oh, I'm sorry, is this your boyfriend?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, okay.
It's giving the gays want a non-binary Santa Claus. It's giving the gays want a rainbow poppy. It's giving straight people going to Pride and cosplaying as gay people so that they can create propaganda. Not a single queer person would do this, and if a queer person is doing this at a Pride event, it is sexual harassment. If y'all have to manufacture things to be mad about, then maybe there's a problem with your ideology. That was the weirdest shit I have ever seen today. How are you scared of trans people being predatory in bathrooms when your own community is being predatory in general under the guise of the queer community? I don't believe this for a fucking second.
But the funny thing is, I'm sure this is pissing a lot of you guys off.
I don't really see nothing funny about that, actually. I remember nights where I went to sleep hungry because I ain't had nothing to eat. Speaking of which, there was thousands of people all across the world last night that went to sleep hungry because they ain't had nothing to eat. Speaking of which, there's plenty of people out there right now that are hungry enough to actually pull that out the trash can and eat it. You televising people's pain, and that's supposed to be funny?